And if you ever wanted to get a look into how Christmas was celebrated as early as the 18th century, the Old Fort has you covered. The staff wore time-appropriate clothes and took some visitors through activities on Saturday. Fox 55's Stephen Walker was there and spoke with a volunteer about some of the differences between Christmas then and now.
Corey Balkenbush was dressed as a quartermaster sergeant from the early 1800s. He enjoys teaching the public about the fort's history.
Really, it's just to get people thinking about what Christmas was like over different time periods, especially out here on the frontier, what that could have looked like for the folks that were out here at the time, and also just expose them to the fort's story and the fort's buildings and just give us another opportunity to teach all that information.
Nowadays, we think of Christmas as a day for gifts, both giving and receiving, and it's a great way to spend time with friends and family. But for a soldier here at the Old Fort back in the 18th and the 19th centuries, well, Christmas was pretty much just like any other day.
Well, I think it's safe to say that Christmas on the frontier would definitely be somewhat festive, but also just as boring of a time as any other time of year. In winter on the frontier, there's not much going on, so the soldiers are going to be doing everything they can to stay warm.
There were some perks to a frontier Christmas.
You may get an extra rum or whiskey ration, but that's probably going to be the limit of your holiday.
But you definitely wouldn't see the wreaths, trees, and bright lights we're accustomed to today.
You might see some decorating, but certainly not a lot. Again, the folks that are out here, they're here on a military mission to control the fort, and so the military is going to keep that focus in mind.
Although the city has experienced tons of growth since the days here at the Old Fort, the staff thinks it's important to teach people about the history of how Fort Wayne got its name and got its start, especially now during the holidays. In Fort Wayne, Stephen Walker, Fox 55 News.